One thing I will say about the Skywalker saga is that there's something so very unique about the prequels and the originals that the sequel trilogy just cannot match up against those two trilogies by George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So here we are midway through the year of 2020. We are getting closer to 2021 next year, which by the way is going to be a big year for the return of Star Wars Legends and the new Star Wars universe that's going to further develop, all thanks to George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and of course Dave Filoni. We've also got Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, the two Disney CEOs, working together as a team to really deliver something very unique and powerful for the Star Wars fans to enjoy around the world. Now, one thing is for certain is that when we examine The Rise of Skywalker as a movie, is that this movie had a very shaky and tough production. You know, through all the reshoots and the rewrites that Kathleen Kennedy initiated both in 2018 and 19, tons, and I mean dozens of deleted scenes were deleted from the movie that George, John, or should I say George, JJ, and Chris Terrio were working on in order to really give the fans something true, you know, to the Star Wars franchise to look forward to. Now, the thing about the JJ/Lucas cut, this is what's really exciting, is that Disney has a big plan in place to tease this new cut of the movie at some point in time in 2021 of a specific scene which we're going to get into that involves Matt Smith's character, also known as the Dark Acolyte. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is, of course, with both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek now focused on developing a better and brighter future for the franchise, many fans have been curious as to whether or not they will be able to bring Star Wars on the right success path on the same level as Marvel. Now, it's noted that many fans have been wondering of what could have been for The Rise of Skywalker if it were not for Kathleen Kennedy deleting many of the scenes from the movie that were created by George Lucas and J.J. Abrams. Now, it's described that as of now, Bob Iger and Chapek are planning on releasing one major deleted scene of Episode 9 sometime in 2021 next year in the fourth quarter on Disney Plus in order to tease the fans of what the JJ/Lucas cut will look like on the platform sometime in 2023 in full. Now, it's described that the scene entails a moment in the third act of the film involving Matt Smith's character as the Dark Acolyte, using his two single-bladed lightsabers while creating a major force storm on the world of Exegol, where he is able to lift portions of the surface of the world just by using his own mind and thoughts that reveals spewing lava from the surface of the planet below. It's described that this scene would involve a battle between the Acolyte, Rey, and Kylo Ren, with tons of lava in a similar style to the Mustafar battle in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The sequence is described to involve the Acolyte using Force lightning against Rey and Kylo on top of a large castle-like structure that is on the world of Exegol. Now, the Sith Citadel in the JJ cut, this is very important because this really does differ from the final cut, is described to have a more castle-esque design, rather than the cube-like design that we got in the final cut of the movie, where in this scenario, the lava would begin to rise and swallow portions of the castle, getting closer and closer to Rey, Kylo, and the Acolyte on Exegol, that once belonged to the Sith King, who once ruled the Sith Eternal of Exegol. Now, the scene would progress to a moment in which the Millennium Falcon would pick up both Rey and Ben Solo to bring them to a safer point where the Acolyte would use a special force power that would allow him to teleport from a position to a nearby one, interfering the rescue of both Ben and Rey. Now, let's stop right here for a second. In case you guys did not know, teleportation was an actual force power in Star Wars Legends in the 1990s and the 2000s. Through all the comics, the books, you name it, some of the Sith Lords and Darkside users were able to use this teleportation power. Now, the fight would continue in front of the Falcon as it lands on Exegol's safe surface away from the lava, where the entire scene is described to be teased at the very end of 2021 on Disney Plus in order to get fans excited about what's coming their way for the JJ/Lucas cut of Episode 9, where it's described that this will be an early tease or marketing stunt, if you will, to give fans a glimpse of Matt Smith's scenes in The Rise of Skywalker that were completely deleted by Kathleen Kennedy because of creative differences that she had with director J.J. Abrams and George Lucas as well. And this is also a very important point here that I think a lot of fans need to know, is that one major reason as to why Kathleen Kennedy had so many different creative differences on Matt Smith is because she was not pleased with his acting style, the way that he was acting as the Dark Acolyte, and felt that using more of the old version of Palpatine would attract more fans to come into the theater seats. And she felt that Matt Smith was actually extracting or taking away from that possibility of having more fans go into the movie. Honestly, I think that Matt Smith would have been an excellent addition. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.